E lascio la parola al keynote della giornata, al primo speaker della giornata, Nils Christian Roscher-Nielsen. Grazie.
Grazie mille. So thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I know it's a little bit early. I'm sorry I don't speak Italian, so this talk is going to be in English, and I hope you can bear with me. I'll try to make time for some questions in the end, so feel free to ask questions if you have any, or if you think of anything during the presentation. Yeah, as I said, my name is Nils Christian Roscher-Nielsen. It's a long and unpronounceable Norwegian name. I come from Norway, and I work with the Qt company in Oslo. So today, I'm going to talk a little bit about Qt. I'm very happy to have been invited by Devler to speak at the Qt Day here in Italy, and I'm very happy to kick this day off and get you all excited about Qt and get interested to learn a lot of things during the two-day conference. There's going to be a lot of interesting talks today, digging well and deep down into detail about a number of different topics about Qt, but I'll try to scratch the surface a little bit and talk about what the amazing opportunities in a wide number of areas are with Qt. What we're saying today is build your world with Qt, and what we want people to do, what we encourage people to do, is to understand that you can really build all of your applications, all of your presence with Qt. It's a very versatile framework that allows you to do much more than the things that you potentially think of in the beginning or the things that you see as obvious with Qt. So we really encourage people to try to expand their view a little bit and adapt and adopt new technologies and areas where they can use this technology. I can start with saying a little bit about where we come from. I don't know if everybody is familiar with the Qt company, but that is a very new construction in many ways. The Qt company was founded actually January this year, so it's brand new in many ways, and I'm very happy to work now for the Qt company. But the Qt company is really more than 20 years old. It is a continuation of the founding company Trolltech that started the whole Qt development back in 1994. And last year, I was also so happy to be, I was so lucky to be at this event last year as well. Then we had the 20th anniversary for the Qt company in many ways, or the 20th anniversary for the creation of Trolltech, who started the initial development of Qt. I myself worked for Trolltech for a brief period of time before they were acquired by a slightly larger company called Nokia, and we were then a part of Nokia for several years, which was a very interesting and learning experience. We gained a lot from that. But then we've now moved over to become the Qt company. That is a fully owned company by Digia, who is now, they bought the Qt technology from Nokia, so I've been working for Digia for a few years, but we rebranded it to the Qt company, and we are responsible for all Qt operations within Digia. There is no instead of having a large company doing many things, we have been spun out, and the Qt company is only working with Qt. We are the ones who develop and maintain the Qt.io web pages. We try to gather the whole community there. We really try to have one unified community and host all of the activities regarding Qt. We own the commercial licensing of Qt. We'll talk a little bit about licensing later in this talk. But as many of you probably know, there are multiple licensing options for Qt, and you can be working with Qt in a number of different ways. But we are really trying to push innovation of Qt in all different areas. As you can see, we are a fairly international company. We don't have an office in Italy, unfortunately. I would be happy to be relocated here at some point, work in the lovely climate and temper of Italy. It's a bit nicer than Norway, but Norway is where it all started, and that's our R&D headquarters in Oslo. And I'm very happy to work there with a number of talented developers. That is where most of the development of the framework itself is being done. And then we have an office in Berlin, for example, where most of our tools development is being done. We have offices in multiple locations in Finland, where many of our services and features are being developed. And we have a worldwide presence through partners such as Develer here in Italy and other partners in other countries, and offices in the US, in China, we have in Korea, etc. So I guess most of you are Italian, but if you want to relocate somewhere else in the world and still work with Qt, we're happy to help you where you might want to live. Yes. Now, some of you might have been using Qt for a long time, and some of you might be very new to Qt development, but I just wanted to briefly talk a little bit about where we come from and what this technology is all about. And Qt is a cross-platform application and UI framework. A lot of people, when they come to me at trade shows or when we start talking about Qt, they say things like, oh, it's a UI framework. I've heard about that. And that's correct, but it's also not the full truth, because it's not just a UI framework. It's not just a simple thin layer that you can write a nice UI with, and then you have to do everything else with some other real technology. Qt is everything you need. Qt consists of all of the parts that you need. It's a C++ framework. We have the QML layer for creating beautiful UIs. We have Qt Creator, which is a full-blown IDE, so you can do all of your development. And we have a number of different tools that are integrated into Qt Creator so that you can easily work with it. And that is something a lot of people that are new to Qt don't really realize, but I hope that many of the talks today can dig into detail on many of the different aspects that make out the complete Qt technology. Now, before I continue, how many of you are already using Qt at this point? Okay, that's a very high number of people. That's very good. And how many of you are developers? Okay. It's a very tech-oriented crowd here today. That's good. That's, I hope you can learn a lot of things. I just wanted to say a little bit about Qt and how we are thinking around what we are developing and how we are developing Qt. Now, Qt is focused on a lot of different areas, and the demos that people, the different companies here are showing a number of different technologies or Qt being used in different areas. But one of the things that we think is very important is to expand on the original idea and grow beyond what Qt was originally. 20 years ago, it was a pure desktop framework. It was for Windows and it was for Linux, and we later adopted Mac. But today, Qt is much more than that. But to try to ease development and make a simple product offering, we are dividing all of the Qt development into two main parts, into two main lines of thinking, and that is application development and it's device creation. And most of our activities and how we are thinking around how we are structuring our R&D teams, how we are developing the product further, follows these two lines. It's for application development and it is for device creation. And those two parts, of course, consists of a number of different things. So we have desktop, mobile, embedded applications, but we're also focusing a lot on the underlying tools and the technologies to be able to build devices, such as embedded tooling, such as the possibility of building and expanding and creating your own SDKs that you can provide to your customers, etc. So Qt it's really being used everywhere. It's in a lot of different applications. It's in a lot of different devices and platforms. But it's not just everywhere. It's being used by everyone. And being an open source and a commercial technology, it's hard for us to know all of the companies that are actually using Qt. There is a huge number. And I know that we have, of course, a large customer base, many of whom are under NDA, many of whom we can't really talk about, unfortunately. I would wish that all of these companies that I'm so proud to be helping, we could talk about them, but many of them are not willing to share their name or share what kind of technologies they are basing their products on. But these are a few of those large companies that we are very proud to be working with. And there's a number of others. And one of the really interesting users of Qt that I have seen is things like Tesla, where large parts of that beautiful, huge infotainment and instrument cluster system in the new Tesla Model S is being based on Qt, and many other cars, many other set-top boxes. I know that a company like Barco, for instance, have based many of their cinema HD projectors on Qt. So we're powering cinema experiences throughout the world, etc., which is fantastic to be a part of. But there's a difference between being used by large companies, and I know a lot of people that are being told to use this technology or that technology in their line of work. A lot of people aren't necessarily happy with the tools that their bosses provided them with. I have plenty of friends who have strong ideas about which IDE, which language they want to use, or which platform they want to be working on. But of the people that are using Qt, and the people that both in an open source and in an enterprise fashion are using Qt, they're not just using it and they're not just making products, but they're actually really happy about it, which I think is an important part of a successful product development cycle. If developers are not happy, if developers are not enjoying the tools they are using, a lot of the joy goes out of the work, productivity goes down, time to market becomes longer, and you will end up with a more costly, slower, and less desirable product. So actually having very satisfied users is something that we are very proud of. I would recommend everybody to look at the Qt Insights survey. It's something done by an independent survey company. It can easily be found online. And there's a number of different statistics there. There's a number of different metrics on how different people have been asked a lot of different questions about Qt, what they think of it, and how they like using it. So these are just some of the, or 95% of people are happy and excited about their Qt usage, but there's a number of other metrics there that can be interesting to look at. And also, Fortune 500 is a list of companies that are the 500 largest companies in the world, and half of the top 10 companies on that list are active Qt users. There's a whole lot more companies as well, of course, on that list and on a number of other lists that are using Qt. Okay, so let's look a little bit about what our idea is, what we want to allow people to do. So one of our visions is we want people to bring their user experience or their product to any screen, to all screens. And we think that products are less and less tied to one specific device or one specific form factor. So we want to allow people to bring their ideas, their visions to more screens, to more devices. And one of the fundamental factors to be able to go there and to be able to do that is, of course, that Qt is a cross-platform framework. And one of the ideas behind that is that it's not just cross-platform. There are many ways of achieving that. There's many ways of being cross-platform, but the main feature of Qt is that it is a native framework. And that means that it can actually be reliable, it can be safe, it can be fast, it can be predictable, and you can use all of those tools that are available on that platform exclusively as well. So even if you are using something like Android, for instance, there's a number of Android-specific features, and using Qt doesn't stop you in any way from using all and any of those platform-specific features as well. So the nativeness of Qt is one of the main, I wouldn't say selling points, but one of the main benefits of a cross-platform framework. And that is very important. Okay, so I wanted to look a little bit about the two different aspects, the line of application development and the line of device creation. So we could start with application development and what are some of the main features and some of the main benefits and how we are thinking around creating a framework for application development. Now, Of course, one of the things that we've always been focusing on and always been thinking very hard, how can we achieve, is code once, deploy everywhere. For many years, this has been an internal and sometimes also external one line that we need to think about and need to be able to provide to our customers. What people are supposed to be doing, you shouldn't necessarily create a small part of the application for one platform, a small part of the application for another, and then large parts of your application you need to have in various different technologies or different completely implementations for the different platforms. I know many technologies provide you with, say, a cross-platform UI layer, but then you need to have a platform-specific logic, and that stops you from actually being able to deploy anywhere you want to. It stops you from being able to move smoothly between, for instance, processors or operating systems or screen sizes. So deploy once, write once, deploy everywhere is a key in how we think when we're doing our development. Coming from the desktop world, one of the things that was always very important was native look and feel, and being able to natively integrate with the different platforms that are available. So Windows users are used to having applications look like Windows applications, and they want to continue to feel that this is a Windows application, even if it's written in Qt. That is absolutely possible, and that is one of the main ideas and one of the main driving factors behind our application development line. However, we're also branching out into a number of different areas, and software services and applications aren't just native applications anymore. Native applications are, or applications are becoming more like services, and they need to be available anywhere, they need to be usable by anyone, and many of these new platforms, they don't have a native look and feel, they don't have a native design. So for instance, a car infotainment system, it doesn't have a native Windows or Mac look and feel, and it shouldn't necessarily have. It should have your company branding, it should have your company look and feel. Utilities, set-top boxes, they don't want to be Linux or KDE branded in their look and feel. Most companies want to provide a coherent and specific user experience and user interface for their technologies. So being able to create custom user interfaces is also something that is becoming massively important for applications. And looking at typical applications, there's a number of widely used classical desktop applications today that are being powered by Qt. We have very interesting customers. I think VLC is a statistic I read that was a year or two back, but VLC is a completely Qt implemented application, and it is actually the most downloaded application on Windows. So that shows a little bit how large the user base of Qt applications actually is. The single most downloaded application on Windows machines. And why do a company that, or a project that have such a large user base on Windows, you might ask yourself why they're not basing that on a Microsoft technology, but they don't have a customer base that are loyal to Microsoft as such. They have a customer base that are loyal to their product, and they want to use it on any platform, on Mac or Linux as well. And they can provide that exact same application and that exact same experience across any of those platforms using the same source code, the same application, and just compile it for different target systems, which is a huge benefit. Another area for application development that is becoming more and more important is mobile. The mobile platforms have evolved a lot over the last years. An interesting thing about mobile is that Qt is no novice to the mobile platforms. This is a world that we have been living with and developing for many years. And many people have heard about our time in Nokia. But our experience with mobile actually started a long time before that. And we developed our own phone system back in the early 2000s, I think, or the late 90s. We started, a lot of people know this, it's a very interesting story. And Håvard Nord, who is one of the two founders of Trolltech, he had a vision that embedded Linux is going to be the future of mobile. And this was a time before Android. This was a time where nobody had really done anything like that on a large scale. But we developed Qtopia, which was based on Qt for embedded Linux. And it was a full phone system with an application ecosystem. You could develop your applications using Qt for an embedded Linux-based phone. And we produced a handset called the Green Phone that was running Qtopia. A number of enterprise projects were based on that. And we were this close to signing the deals that would have made Qtopia into what Android later became. Android is very, very similar in idea to what Qtopia was back in the day. So we already had that history of Qt for mobile application development. And then, of course, Nokia saw the potential in that. They saw the need for a flexible application and UI framework for their mobile platform. They saw that the world was changing and they needed to change with it. So that's why they adopted Qt so widely. That's why they bought Qt. And for a while there, we were about to change the world again with Qt on mobile. For various reasons, that strategy didn't pan out, and Nokia is now a part of Microsoft, and they are basing all of their new phones on either Android or Microsoft mostly. But that has led to a position where Qt is really the only platform or framework that can target all of those mobile OSs. After our time with Nokia, we are now able to, and that was, of course, being part of Nokia, there wasn't a strategy inside the company that we wanted to target Android and iOS, unfortunately. A lot of us internally, we as developers, we wanted to target that. But that wasn't the strategy of the company. But once we were a part of Digia and now the Qt company, iOS and Android was, of course, platforms that we saw as necessary for our strategy. So those are fully supported by Qt, as well as Windows Phone, as well as the Nokia X platform, as well as all of the other mobile platforms. And even, we've been talking a little bit about Yolla in the intro here, creating their Sailfish OS, which is heavily based on Qt, and where Qt is the app ecosystem. BlackBerry have been using Qt as their app ecosystem, etc. So one of the best ways of actually targeting a number of mobile platforms today is definitely Qt. Okay, so that was a little bit about that, and I think we can all agree that there's a number of use cases for Qt on mobile in different aspects. It could be games, it could be enterprise applications. It could also be, one of the most interesting things is the bring your own device services, where set-top boxes and automotive vendors are enhancing their service level to extend to mobile devices that you bring yourself to expand the usability of their physical products. And that was a small example is a application called MuseScore, where they have exactly the same application, where users feel comfortable running the same application on both mobile and desktop, and they don't have to write specific applications, specific implementations for the different platform, but they can reuse that code across both mobile and the desktop. Okay, I'm going to look a little bit on embedded as well. And for embedded development, we have seen a lot of change lately. Many years, or a few years ago, embedded development was very difficult. It was a lot of time involved in setting up your whole system, setting up your tool chains, and embedded development was difficult. And we also saw that a lot of projects, even though they were good ideas, they failed because they couldn't make all the pieces fit together and they couldn't really finish their projects on time. But this is changing rapidly. Embedded development is going faster. User interfaces are much more powerful, and I think especially with the advent of things like the iPad and modern tablets, also more traditional industries are getting completely different expectations as to how user interfaces should feel. So a lot of companies find themselves in a position where they know very well how to create their services and they know very well how to create their embedded products, but they don't have the experience with creating these modern user interfaces, gestures, multi-touch, etc. And there are so many new features that the customers and the users are expecting. And even high-end hardware, people don't understand the value of it, and they very often, we see that people misjudge the value of expensive hardware based on the quality of the front-end software and the user interface. You can have a machinery, a medical device for hundreds of thousands of euros, and people think this is a crap device because it has a UI that looks like it's 5 years old. And how can you make sure that people understand the value of your products by you need to be able to create modern user interfaces that people understand how to use. And this is one of the things that we want to enable people to do with all of the parts of our embedded line. And it's being used today in a number of different industries, from the automotive industry. This is a Ford system based on Qt, to things like refrigerators and coffee machines. We have on multiple occasions had a coffee machine on our stand at things like Embedded World or Dev Days, where the user interface is entirely based on Qt, which is very nice. And handheld embedded devices, medical devices. This is a network analyzer from Fluke. They have been using Qt for many years and been able to transform their user experience quite a lot over a very short period of time because their code base is all based on Qt. To be able to achieve that, I think it's important to understand that there's a number of technologies that go into it. And one of the things I get asked a lot is HTML5. So how do you see the competition between Qt and HTML5 is a typical question. And many people say, what is the relevance of Qt in a world where HTML5 is the de facto cross-platform framework? But I don't see it that way. I don't think there is a competition. Now, Qt fully supports HTML5. That's number one, so that you can actually write your user interface in HTML5, but have your application, have your underlying code, have your logic and all of your actual features based on Qt. One of the examples that we saw was a company like Facebook. They wanted to make an HTML5-based application for the mobile world so that they could have the same application on multiple devices. But they had to retract that because the user experience was so bad and the response from their users was so bad that they couldn't deliver that product. And when a company like Facebook, who I think has a significant amount of developer expertise, and they have all of the developers they can ask for, when they're not able to implement such an application using HTML5, I think it's going to be difficult for a number of people to base applications entirely on that. So Qt provides a full-featured native application to those devices, and I think that is a significant benefit. And yes, you can pull in the benefits of HTML5 where you need it, but as a strategy on its own, I think it's fundamentally not enough. Qt Quick is obviously the wonder kid, the new kid in class, the new technology that allows people to create very nice, fluid, fast, smooth and animated user interfaces, and we've done a lot of work there in the past. I know several of the talks today are going to dig into Qt Quick and QML and what that technology consists of. But let me just say that even though that's the new technology and that's what everybody wants to talk about, and we sometimes fall into this trap that we want to talk about what's new. We only want to talk about the features that we are most excited about. But the reality is that one of the things that makes Qt great are all of the features that have been here for nearly 20 years. And one of those features is, of course, the widget base. And that is being maintained, that is being further developed, and that is something that we still support just so that nobody thinks otherwise, so that nobody thinks we're taking Qt widgets away just because we have introduced something new in addition. They are coexisting and they will coexist, and you can use either one or the other, or you can use them both. We have recently introduced a number of APIs that makes it simpler and more powerful to create flexible user interfaces where you can use them both side by side in the same UI. Now I think for the sake of time, I'll skip rapidly over deep diving into Qt quick, as I know there will be plenty of other opportunities today to do that. But feel free to come talk to us if you're interested to know more details, of course. Qt Creator is obviously an important part of the picture here. Being able to actually develop applications in a good way is very important, and having the underlying technology doesn't help you if you're not able to use it. And Qt Creator is designed to make people able to use all of the features that we have in Qt. It has grown a lot. We started to use it when we developed it internally. It was called Qt Greenhouse, and I really like that name. A greenhouse is a place that makes plants grow. It makes things grow faster, and you get beautiful flowers. Or here in Italy, you probably don't even need greenhouses to make nice tomatoes, but we do need that in Norway. So it's a really good enabler. Qt Creator allows you to quickly create user interfaces, to quickly refactor your code to work with C++ in a good way. And there's been a number of improvements over the years. Qt Creator 3.3 is the latest version. It's out now. And I hope you can all give it a try. I won't go into all of the details and feature updates in Qt Creator, but there's been a number of them. So if you haven't tried the latest version, please do that. And then one of the things that we see as the biggest challenge for people moving forward is this platform creation or SDK creation. What is happening is that, as I said earlier, software isn't just an application anymore. It's a service. It's a part of a larger picture. It's a part of a whole. And we have many customers that are building more than just an application. They're building a complete platform. One of the examples of that is we have a device in our little stand outside here from Navico, and that is a marine device where they have 4 different brands with different segments. They are tailoring small boats, large boats, which is a completely different market regarding price. They are tailoring, they have products for professional fishermen, which is a different market again. And they need different devices, different form factors, different look and feel, etc. But they want to have one platform. So underlying all of that, underlying the UI, it is the same application, and it's an application framework that allows them to install and run different features on each of the devices. So by using Qt, they have one source code, they have one project that they're developing, but they can very easily create different user interfaces and add different features, remove different features from the different products. So instead of having 4 teams developing 4 different products on different technologies, they can use different hardware, with or without accelerated UIs, with features, without features, but it's all based on the same platform. So that is, I think, a key to win and a key to innovate quicker in the future, being able to base all of your different products on the same platform. And Qt is now providing more than ever in terms of this SDK creation. We don't only provide a framework for writing your application, but it can be a complete solution for building your whole platform. I'm not saying Qt is an operating system or you should switch out your Linux distribution with Qt, but you can create a full-scale solution with Qt as an SDK. And a lot of times, as in the automotive world, it's happening. People need to add features, like you need to be able to install applications onto devices that were very static in the past. And how can you then enable the ecosystem around you, the partners, the customers, the users, to write applications for your platform? You can use Qt as an SDK that allows them to write applications you can simply and easily install. Apple have been a pioneer, and Android is doing the same thing now in app stores and being able to install features to the same product. But that is going to happen in more and more industries, and it's going to be a very important part of a successful product strategy. Okay? So this is a little recap of the different values and the different features that we're bringing to the embedded market, and I hope that a lot of this resonates with how you are thinking about product development. Now, one of the things that I would really like to say is that we can look at technology today, or we could look at technology 5 years ago, and one of the only things we can say for sure is that it's changing, and it's changing fast. There are new requirements all the time. There are new features being added. There are new user experiences that people want. So we know that requirements change very quickly, and that's why we're also trying to change in the same tempo. And we are doing a number of changes to Qt to be able to cope with that. Many of them are feature changes, and we're adding new features here and there. But we're also doing larger structural things from time to time. Now, when we introduced Qt 5 a few years ago, one of the biggest changes there were under the hood. We changed the modularity of Qt, how the modules fit together, to be able to quickly change Qt, to be able to more quickly innovate and update. And that has served us very well. Qt is a cross-platform, but it's also a multi-license framework. And many of you probably know this, but you can use Qt under a number of different licenses. And we are providing an enterprise license for everybody that wants to build enterprise-style software or have need for closed source or for some kind of protection. But for those who want to do open source software, we have been using the LGPL version 2.1 and corresponding GPL. But today we are now we're moving away from LGPL 2.1 and moving over to LGPL version 3, which is the natural development of the LGPL license. And I think it also helps most people that want to use the open source because it's a much clearer license. LGPL 2.1 was a brilliant license, and I really love the idea that developers sat down and they wanted to make a simple license for developers to understand. So they didn't invite enough lawyers when they wrote the license text, which was probably a little bit naive. So there has been a lot of confusion about what is the actual content of the license. So LGPL 3 is a lot clearer on what can and cannot be done using that license. And I think that is a significant benefit for everybody that finds themselves in the position that they are not entirely sure about how to interpret this. It is actually written by lawyers, and that helps a lot. The other thing this has enabled us to do now in the first round is to introduce a number of new features into Qt. And one of those features is the Qt Quick Controls Extras. For a long time, we've had a limited number of Qt controls, Qt Quick Controls, and we've had an additional set of controls that are enterprise only. Now we are introducing all of those enterprise controls to the open source community as well under the LGPL v3. So now we have only one base of controls, which is a lot larger than it used to be, and it's available for everyone. So that's something we are very happy to be able to do. And the other thing that we're introducing under LGPL v3 is the web engine. We are moving away from the WebKit-based Qt WebKit and moving over to Qt Web Engine, which is based on the Blink engine, the Chromium project. And that allows us to move significantly faster in our web development, to have better support for HTML5, and that is available under LGPL v3. So we're very happy about that. And in quick succession, I also wanted just to give a brief overview of some of the features that we have been working on since I last spoke at the Qt Day in Italy, and that we have been introducing to Qt recently. So for a lot of use cases, Bluetooth and the corresponding technologies are becoming more and more important. So we've been focusing a lot on Bluetooth and NFC, which are now more and more mature and being used in a lot of different applications. And we have been focusing a lot on multimedia. One of the things, especially on embedded Linux, multimedia have been powered by GStreamer 0.1. We are now adding 1.0 support, which is a significant step ahead for multimedia applications. And there's a lot of additional features as well. One of the things we just showed at Embedded World in Nuremberg was integration with OpenCV for pattern recognition in video streams, etc. So being able to integrate with external libraries such as OpenCV or OpenCL is a significant benefit. We've been doing a lot with OpenGL lately, and now we are deprecating the QGL widget, and we are introducing the Q OpenGL widget, and we are introducing the Q OpenGL window. So there's a number of new APIs that allow for faster and easier OpenGL development with Qt. And on Windows, one of the main requested features has been the ability to do dynamic switching between Angle and OpenGL. So now you can have one Qt build that will dynamically detect if it needs to use Angle or OpenGL when you deploy it. So Windows deployment have been become significantly easier. And with 3D graphics, we've been doing a lot, such as introducing the Canvas 3D API. And we are introducing the Qt 3D module that has been mainly developed by KDAB. And we're now launching that as a part of the standard release of Qt. And a number of additional features. And one of the things that I find most interesting is Qt Quick. And people probably will learn a lot more about Qt Quick today, but we are introducing Qt Quick compiler so that you can now run compiled QML code, and there's no need for just-in-time compiling, or there's no need for deploying any of the QML sources, etc. It can all be pre-compiled. QML has also introduced a new dependency to Qt, which is OpenGL, and all Qt Quick and QML user interfaces need OpenGL acceleration up until now. We have now introduced a new rendering engine, a 2D rendering engine for Qt Quick, so that you can actually use Qt Quick on embedded devices that doesn't have OpenGL, which is a very interesting and good addition to a number of people. We still recommend people to have accelerated drawing of some sense, something like Direct2D or DirectFB, but it can work in a purely software rendered approach as well, even though that is not optimal. As I said, we have a number of controls and are introducing a number of new ones. Because of the LGPL v3, we're now launching all of the former enterprise controls as open source as well. And one of the great additions there is the 3-view control, which is something that has been requested for a long time. So now there is a QML-based tree view available for all of you. I see there are some happy faces about that, so there you go. And we are introducing a new style, the Qt Flatlight style, that will make it really easy to just use that as a template style for embedded development or mobile development if you don't have the time or the interest to spend a lot of time making your own custom style. But of course, this can be changed. You can subclass it or change it as you want to. We do have a styling API, so you can create your own ones as well. But it's an interesting addition. And then, yeah, I think we're running a little bit out of time, but I do want to say that we are introducing Web Engine as well under LGPL v3, which is a really good addition to Qt. I don't need to dive too much into detail on Qt Web Engine, but if you have questions about that, we're more than happy to discuss more later. And I also think there's some talks about that in the program. But one of the things that I wanted to say, these are some of our focus areas going forward. Of course, customer success is our main and foremost driving factor. That's what we really need to see. And that's why we're doing shows like this. That's why we're doing a number of other shows as well. And I wanted to introduce the Qt World Summit. For many, many years, we've been doing Qt Developer Days, which has been a developer-oriented event in Berlin and the US. Now we're going to be only in Berlin. It's one World Summit each year. And we will have a roadshow in the US. That will be in Austin, it will be in Boston and San Francisco. But our main, we will have a 2-day event in Berlin 6th and 7th of October this year. So you're also all welcome to come there if you want to. And with that, I wanted to say thank you. That's all I had to say. And yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you.